Okay, hi, my name is Pat Gilmartin. I'm one of the artists here at Stormwater Studios, and today I want to tell you a little bit about the work I do, and I want to show you 3 examples of some of my more recent work. I'm a sculptor, and I tend to work with clay, doing ceramic sculpture. My favorite topics are figurative work, although I don't limit myself to that, but if you looked at an inventory of all of the work I've ever done, most of it would probably be figurative work. And so I can show you an example of that today. This piece over here that has the 2 birds on it, I didn't have to look far for the inspiration for this piece. I just had to look out the window into my backyard and see the birds this time of year, who are doing what birds and other animals do during the springtime. They are chasing after each other and trying to find their mates and so on. So this pair of birds here are in the process of some sort of a negotiation. They're holding in their beaks, one of them is holding a little key and the other one is holding a lock. So, you know, that sort of symbolizes what kind of an arrangement they may have going on. One of the fun pieces about this piece is that I ordered some extra ones of these locks and keys so that you can change them out. You could put 2 hearts in there and or 2 keys in there, and that would send a different message than if you have, you know, 1 lock and 1 key. If you have 2 locks or 2 keys, it would indicate something about the relationship. So in my free moments when my mind wanders, I think about using this as a way to communicate with your partner as to what kind of mood you're in that day and whether things are copacetic or whether they ought to just keep their distance. These are made out of clay. In fact, the entire thing is made out of clay with a acrylic painted finish on it. The sculpture over here on this side is more typical, I would say, of the kind of figurative sculpture that I do. It also is made out of clay, but it has a finish on it that imitates bronze. So you could mistake it for a bronze. It's a faux finish that I create out of several layers of paints and waxes to give it the look of bronze. I don't like to put glaze on my sculptures because I find that with glaze you lose so much of the fine detail. The glaze fills in where the detail is and you lose a lot of it. So most of my work is, I use a painted finish or what is called a cold finish, because it's not fired in a kiln with glazes. The piece that you see hanging on the wall here is directly related to the COVID virus. If you remember the slogan that was very popular about flattening the curve, that's what this piece represents. Flattening the curve, they asked us to the brown beads here would represent a really high infection rate of the virus, and the green beads would represent a flattened curve or a diminishment of the infection rate. So I took that graphic design and represented it in an entirely different way using colors and beads and a lot of other decoration. I've even got some little COVID viruses floating around up here, ready to hop on anybody who's not following CDC protocols. And I couldn't resist adding a lot of little decorative elements to it because it just made it more fun and interesting, I think. Maybe you shouldn't do that with a COVID virus, but anyway, that's what I was motivated to do. So thank you for paying attention, and appreciate your interest in what we're doing here at Stormwater. And come and see us. We're going to be reopening very soon, we hope. Thank you.